welcome back to USA Kids Today, the next generation. I'm Alyssa and I love slime. There's so many different types of slime you can make, but today we're going to be making fluffy slime. Hi, welcome back to USA Kids Today, next generation. I'm Alyssa and I love slime. There's so many different types of slime, but today I'm going to be making fluffy slime, one of my personal favorites. You want to take about 1 cup of regular school glue. So we're going to get our shaving cream. You want to shake that up. You can get any kind of shaving cream. Also, like shave gel that turns into shaving cream, that'll work too. You can get like scented kind, but I have just regular. So you want to do about like a cup of this too. You want to get them about the same. You can add a little bit more if you want it to be super fluffy, but I recommend just doing that. And now we're going to take about 3 to 4 pumps of foaming hand soap. You want to make sure that it's the foaming kind and not just regular. Then, just to give that extra fluff, then we're going to take some regular lotion. I have some regular body lotion. Just want to squeeze that in. You can do scented lotion and make it a little bit more, make it kind of smell good. For this, there's really no particular amount. You just the lotion makes it stretchier. So if you want your slime super stretchy, then add more. But if you don't, I'd probably go about 6 squirts maybe. So then this part is optional too, but when you whenever you put dye in your slime, you want to make sure that you don't put too much in there because it can stain your hands. Just got some on me. It's also good to keep a towel there in case you have some mess ups because I just got some dye on me. Which, it does get messy, so either way you'd want to keep some around. But the bigger your slime, the more dye you can have. So today I'm going to make some orange slime. This part is optional too, but you can add some sparkles if you like. You can add sequins, confetti, or just regular fine glitter. Also be careful with the glitter because that stays on your hands too. Now you want to mix this together really well. You can add dye and sparkles later on, but you just want to add it when you're making it because it's less messy and it's just a whole lot easier. I like mine to be a little bit darker of an orange, so I'm just going to add a little bit more. And you don't have to make this much slime. If you only have a little bit and you only have a ½ cup, you really just want to have the same ratio of glue to shaving cream. So if you only have a ½ cup of glue, you can do ½ cup of glue to a ½ cup of shaving cream. And then 2 squirts of foaming hand soap maybe. Sometimes this can take a while. See, once you get it all mixed, you realize oh, I want more color. Oh, I want some more sparkles. Or maybe this could use some more shaving foam. So you just kind of add it as you go. You can make any color you want. And you don't even have to color if you really don't want to, or you can use paint, but I personally don't like using paint because, like, after a while, in my experience, it kind of clumps up in, like, your slime, and then, like, it's just, it kind of gives it a different texture. And when I make slime, I make sure that I love the texture. That way I don't have to, like, change it and everything once it's already done. So you want to make sure this is really, like, thoroughly mixed. Sometimes fluffy slime could, like, sometimes it tends to get a little hard, so I think I'm going to add a little bit more lotion. Keep mixing it all up. And sometimes you don't always get the color that you want, but it's kind of like a cool color. Like, this is kind of a peach, and I wasn't necessarily going for peach, but I kind of like how it looks now that, you know, I see it. So now, the last thing is our activator. Today, as my activator, I'm going to be using borax. I made my solution, put it in this bottle so that I didn't have to keep using it every single time. It's just an old hair dye bottle. But a cool thing about this is it doesn't let a lot come out at once, because when you're using activator, you don't want to use a lot because you could overactivate your slime. Plus, sometimes you want to mix for a little bit because sometimes the reaction can take a while to happen. But borax, to me, like, since this is a chemical, I like using a half a teaspoon to 1 warm cup of water. Now, you don't want to do too much because then it might get too strong, but I just want to be on the safe side since this is a chemical, and some parents don't let their kids use borax because of the fact. So there's also saline solution or contact lens solution, and then there is laundry detergent, but that doesn't usually work too well for me whenever I try to use it. So I just use this saline solution or the borax. So you just kind of want to mix it slowly. And I know sometimes it gets clumpy when you mix it like that. Don't think that you ruin the slime because it's slowly working its magic. Sometimes you want to scrape the bowl because, like, stuff gets left over, like you have some extra food dye or shaving cream or sparkles that didn't get mixed in. And like I said, that stuff is optional, so you can just leave it like a plain white, you know, texture. Sometimes I like doing that too because it kind of makes it look like snow. Like, I made some regular white fluffy slime here, and I mean, I kind of like this because it kind of looks like snow whenever you do that, but I'm gonna just make it look like orange. So when you get rid of your slime, because I know sometimes you're like, oh, well, I have all this new slime and then I have this old slime that I don't even use anymore. When you get rid of it, you don't want to throw it down the drain because it, like, will clog your pipes, and then you'll get in trouble. You're like, oh, your parents will be like, oh, you never make slime again. And you'll be like, oh, man. So the best thing to do is just to throw it in a plastic bag and throw it in the garbage. I don't recommend throwing it outside either because people could step in that. Like, oh, I'll just throw this in my yard. So you just want to slowly mix. When you put it away, you can put it in a plastic baggie, like a Ziploc bag or something. But personally, to me, I find that it's hard to get that out of the bag, and you can't, like, really play with it in the bag. So I like to use containers like this. They come in lots of different sizes. You can get these at the Dollar Tree, just a regular grocery store, but to me it's easy to use because if you just wanted to play with your slime, you could just take your slime and be like, oh, I can't get it out because maybe you're in the car. You just poke it in the little container. So that's why I like using containers better. pretty much to the texture that I like it. So I think it's good. And now, one of the best things that I love about fluffy slime is that it's so pokeable. So you can get this on your table. It's pretty stretchy. So yeah, this is Alyssa on USA Kids Today. Don't get too sticky.